DGIT is a 2-time Catalyst Award winner. You've also won a TM Forum Excellence Award. You've won a Contributor Award. Can you tell us a little bit about how the 2 Catalyst projects that you've been involved in, what you've learned from those, and what you've been able to contribute back to the forum through the demonstrations and the learning process?
Sure, Dawn. The Catalyst projects have been important to us as we've been going through the R&D cycle for our product. We actually started in the Catalyst program while we were going through the exercise of developing our new product for market. And the Catalyst program allowed us to do some experimental testing of some key aspects of that.
And what kinds of things did you actually learn from the process that you've been able to contribute back into the program?
Okay, because we were building a product using frameworks as the architectural basis for the product, most of the contributions that we've been able to make back to the forum have been in the form of best practices or ways of applying frameworks, particularly in the area of areas of metadata management and in the application of some of the B2B touch points in frameworks.
Why is metadata important?
So metadata allows you to have a more configurable software product. Metadata is particularly important when it comes to partner integration. So if you're trying to connect to a buyer or a supplier, metadata allows you to establish transactions where you can abstract the product definition, and for example, and define that in metadata, and therefore you can reuse the same transactions for any version of any product. And I use the product example. The metadata can be used to abstract a number of different things from the interface, and therefore make those interfaces reusable. So the use of metadata and the way metadata is supported within the patterns of the SID allows you to build not just a configurable platform, but a configurable way of plugging in other parties. And it can facilitate marketplaces and ecosystems, etc., as a consequence, and avoid all of that bespoke integration cost that comes from having to pay for every single integration with every buyer or every supplier that telcos have traditionally had to pay for.
Right, and it makes it much more dynamic then too. So are there more things that you would like to learn? Would you participate again in the Catalyst program, and what are some other things you might like to learn?
So it's hard to say what additional things we'd like to learn from a Catalyst project at the moment. We'll see them accumulate. We've obviously just finished delivering a Catalyst project, and that was a successful outcome for us. Over the next 6 months, I think we'll see what the next requirements are that we'd like to test in the Catalyst program.
Okay. And what are you hoping to get out of attending Action Week here this week?
So most of it in Action Week's about APIs. We've built many of the TM Forum Open Digital REST APIs into our product, and we've shown the different versions of those APIs applied in Catalyst projects. And in the Catalyst projects, we've done experimental work with proposed versions of the APIs, but to see how those proposals would work. We're here at Action Week because we've had to move a bit ahead of the forum in some of these areas, and in particular, we've created specifications for APIs where the forum hasn't got to it as yet, and we're there to try and feed our input back into the program in the hope that when we've gone out on a limb and thought, well, this is how we think the forum's going to specify it, we're putting it back in to say, well, this is what we've done. Can you consider this as you define the next set of APIs?
Okay, good. Well, good luck with that, and have a good time.
Thank you.